Welcome back to the channel, guys. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more Benidorm videos like this. We're getting straight into it and heading down to dinner. There's always a mix at the Calypso. There's a prawn salad, mussels, and look at those cakes. The first stop tonight is the White Star. To be honest, the White Star's definitely gone downhill since we were last here. The sangria was actually really nice. It was €17 for the jug. However, the staff in the White Star were completely overwhelmed and we were waiting around 10 to 15 minutes before we got served. It is a shame as the bar used to be packed and you literally couldn't get a seat. After the White Star, we headed down to Café Benidorm to watch the Take That tribute. And then it was off to the Western Bar to watch the C Sharp project. It's always a cracking night in the Western Bar, but as it started to get to 2 in the morning, we were all partied out and decided to call it a night. It felt so unusual the next morning, waking up in Benidorm without a hangover, and we didn't miss it one bit. Just look at that view. The Hotel Calypso even does churros for breakfast and cakes and biscuits. Of course, when we go on holiday we have to take our Rington's tea. It was then time to head out of the hotel and start our walk to the old town for Tapas. Have a look and see if you can spot any of your favourite bars. Don't know how that got filmed. or that. Speaking of bars, what's your top 3 bars in Benidorm? Ours has to be Western Saloon at number 1, Secret Fountain at number 2, and the White Lion at number 3. Andy's Bar, Daytona Bar, Heartbreak Hotel, The Jungle and Tiki Beach would all be a close fourth. The walk to the old town took about 30 to 40 minutes, and once we were there, we headed down the main street towards Tapas Alley. We went to La Cava Aragonesa, and after years of visiting, this tapas spot left us really disappointed. Really bad service, unwelcoming vibe, and overpriced food. We paid just under €30 for 5 tapas and 2 soft drinks. For the quality service and atmosphere, it definitely wasn't worth it. Sadly, we won't be going back and are on the lookout for a new tapas. Anyways, enough mourning, it's time for a Benidorm hidden gem. If you're looking for a secluded rooftop terrace away from the hustle and bustle of the main strip, then the Selvatico rooftop bar is perfect. It's a great place for social media pics, and the decor is absolutely gorgeous. It's like a hidden beach club mixed with Love Island. And there's an infinity pool, day beds, and they even have live DJs and live music. We went for 2 Sex on the Beach cocktails, which tasted unreal. The cocktails here are at the pricey end, costing €26 for 2 cocktails. However, for the atmosphere and the views, it was well worth it. If you're going to Benidorm, then add Selvatico to your to-do list. After soaking up the rays for a while, it was time to make our way back to the hotel. But first we decided to stop off for one more drink at the Heartbreak Hotel bar on the Levante beach. The Heartbreak Hotel bar is packed with loads of American themed and music themed decor. There's loads of live music, and every time you go in you notice something different. It's also a brilliant spot for people watching.
Everybody clap your hands and do, please, everybody scream, come on.
The only problem with the Heartbreak Hotel is that it's so easy to go in for one drink and end up staying there the full day. So we decided to make the sensible decision and head back to the hotel. That sensible decision lasted for about 5 minutes as we just happened to fall into the Jungle Bar where coincidentally they had a happy hour. But after these strawberry daiquiris we were definitely going back to the hotel. And we were, until we walked past Andy's bar and a table become free. After these shandies, it was definitely time for us to go back to the hotel. Oh, fuck it. As you probably guessed, we ended up staying out for a few more drinks. Next up was the secret fountain, where we had a great view of the pool party and our favourites, strawberry daiquiri mocktails. After the secret fountain, we headed back to the Western Bar, which is a 30-second walk from the Calypso, so these were definitely our last drinks. See you tonight. After getting ready, it was back out to the bars where we went to see some of the shows. The first show was Bruno Mars at Joker's. The Bruno Mars show was fab, definitely want to see if you're in Benidorm, and next up was the Boyband tribute. After some 90s boy band classics and a couple of air grabs, we were well and truly in the boy band spirit, so we had to go and watch Westlife in Sinatra's. There's a bit of a theme to this video, as we were planning to leave after Westlife until we realised that Leroy Smokes was on next, and we thought let's have a dance before we call it a night. After all that dancing, it was finally time to head back and call it a night. Hot chocolate and snacks on the balcony, whilst watching all the drunken antics on the strip. Rock and roll. If you like this video, then don't forget to subscribe. There's still a few more episodes to go in our Benidorm series. See you in the next one.